This morning, the city of Charlotte is under a state of emergency amid ongoing unrest following the fatal police shooting of Keith Scott.
Overnight, one protester was shot, at least 4 officers were injured, and several workers were hurt. As Don Champion explains, the National Guard has now been deployed to the city to help restore peace.
The chaos in Charlotte stretched well into the overnight hours as protesters faced off with heavily armed officers. Tear gas filled the air and at least one flashbang exploded as officers moved in to clear the streets. The scene played out as anger over the deadly police shooting of Keith Scott spilled onto the streets for a second night. Some demonstrators were arrested peacefully, but damage to businesses and stores in Charlotte's vibrant uptown area mounted. Windows were smashed, even at the Spectrum Sports Arena.
Justice justifies everything. If you give the black man justice in accordance to the laws of the land, there'd be no need for this.
At one point, a man was shot in the head by another civilian, drawing raw emotion from this protester.
We came out here for peace. This is not how we succeed. I was wiping off his blood. I was sitting right next to him. There was no life in his eyes.
Fueling the unrest, the different narratives of what led up to Keith Scott's death Tuesday.
I want people to know that we are going to make sure that our investigation is thorough and it's transparent.
Police say the 43-year-old ignored repeated demands to drop a gun when they confronted him at this apartment complex. But family members insist he was holding a book, not a weapon. Don Champion, CBS News, Charlotte.
And the North Carolina chapter of the NAACP is calling on authorities to release video of this as quickly as possible.
And right now the focus is cleaning up the damage caused by the protesters. Looters also hit the Charlotte Hornets team store at the arena. The shooting victim remains in critical condition and on life support.